these 2 games, us winning in a row, really turned everything around for the boys, and we kind of used that momentum to reinforce the things that we wanted to, the habits that we wanted to carry into losers bracket and obviously into finals. I'll go over finals maybe sometime in the future and how we could have actually won. We were way closer than people think. We could have won LAN like 3 different times, but I actually I don't know if I want to go over that because it's gonna have to highlight some negativity, which I don't want to do. Okay, so this game 5 is really, really important because um, one of the most underrated aspects of competitive play is the anchor. Everybody thinks the anchor is a very simple, straightforward job. You hold the backside and that's it, right? And it comes across as very passive, and a lot of anchor players will not speak at all, um, and or they won't speak enough, and they kind of don't understand their role. One thing I try to teach Evan, and what we went over quite a lot over the months, was reevaluating and recontextualizing the role of the anchor. The role of the anchor is not passive. In fact, in my opinion, it's the most important role at a high level, depending on the dynamics of your team. Again, this is all dependent on the dynamics of your team. But if you have a really good anchor and one that actually takes control of the game without counter calling, it frees up everybody else to do the job. It allows your IGL to do the job, and it makes the IGL feel like they're not picking up their own end of the couch, and that's it. It makes the IGL focus on IGLing stuff, and it allows your fragger and your scout to do stuff and just like focus on that. So you basically you end up, if there's like one thing I can kind of get it down to, is that the maybe 2 things, is that the anchor is not a passive player, and the anchor is actually much more in control of the team than the IGL sometimes. So I know that's like a weird paradigm for a lot of people, especially like casual viewers, but I think this is really, really important. This is something we kind of drilled into Evan, and he really found his footing and found his confidence. And something I kept saying between games was like, you are the spine. Like, it allows everybody else to do what we need to do. I just kept saying, you're the spine over and over and over again. So we're going to watch this, we're going to listen, and I'll show you examples of some of the dialogue that we have here and why it's so important. So we get here. I could show you kind of everything up until this point, how Evan like really controlled a good portion of this game, but up until this point, because he was like really kill hungry. But yeah, so we get to this part here.
I can anchor that side. I should say you're on cap.
Yeah, we have a lot of space on this side. We're literally hard chilling.
I'm pressure the house team, the crypto team.
Right.
Take blue armor. This team on the right side is blue armor.
We need to get all the kills on the east side.
Yeah, one shot spray on the right.
How is that not hitting him? What?
I'm gonna skip ahead. So I'm gonna skip ahead to when the ring is about to close, because it's very tempting for teams to immediately fall back into their space inside the white circle. It's very, very tempting, but you usually want to try to hold this space as much as you can and prevent people from taking that space, either by aggressing or just showing some sort of presence by shooting your gun, or kind of pushing people, like pushing teams into each other. So it's very, very tempting. Evan ends up holding this space here at A, let's say at A, and then he actually commands and tells Phony and Jen to go to B while Evan is holding A. So you'll see that soon.
Yeah, play all the space. Yeah, I think you give up that space, Evan, if no one's gonna wrap you.
They might wrap.
So here, Phony is like giving up a suggestion, right? He's saying, I think you do this, right? So most anchors would say, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna listen by IGL and do that. But Evan actually knows what his job is here. He knows his job better than Phony because he has information that Phony doesn't, right? So there's a lot of trust that's going on here where Phony's like, I think you do that, and Evan's gonna say no.
Okay, then play with him, Jen. Play
here.
that space, Evan, if no one's gonna wrap you.
They might wrap.
Okay, Okay.
Is yours?
Then play with him, Jen. Play
holding,
towards the middle.
I'm
And carry these
holding.
back holds.
You haven't hit the scan yet. Did you? Oh, you have. Done it.
Yeah.
Fuck it now.
So that small little exchange basically is just Evan saying, like, putting his foot down. He's like, no, I'm going to hold this because we can get wrapped.
I'm gonna give it up now. I'm
Okay,
down to you.
Now he gets it
Really good out here.
last second.
I'm coming.
But we try to hold that space as much as we can without risking
They're fighting
it.
left. We can look for picks. We can look for picks.
Coming,
Me,
wait,
you, Jen.
coming,
Me, you, Jen.
okay,
Hold on.
Evan,
Gonna make,
hold.
gonna make.
So Phony's looking over here on the left to look for picks, right? Immediately, as soon as that happens, Evan holds B. So this is a really funny thing because, like, again, a lot of teams will want to push A as a 3-man, right? But Evan's like, no, fuck that. I'm going to hold B, which allows us to hold this entire space, right? So, like, you guys go A, I'm going to hold B. He assigns himself as the anchor. And he communicates that. He doesn't just do it silently. He says, like, I'm going to do this because him saying that, it frees up Jen and Phony to do their jobs.
Here, make me backside. Buckle,
I'm late.
Jen.
Yeah, I'm late.
Backle. On us?
Is it? Wait, back away.
Wait, Evan. Backle, Evan. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't
So, like, here, Phony is like relying on Evan to give that kind of information, but Evan's just
Give
like,
it all,
no.
dude.
Come, Fanny.
I'm gonna die
What is
there.
he? What is he? Look!
Looking.
We
Walk
clear
it up, walk it
that?
up.
These teams behind us are playing like
Yeah,
I do
pussies.
that.
So, like, Evan knows that the teams over here are like kind of playing like pussies. So he's kind of making a risk. There's no perfect decision, but he's making a risk to go play with them now to give up a little bit of the space.
I'm dead.
The teams behind us are not gonna be us. They're playing so scared.
That's such a good call. Like being able to read your teammates
We can
here.
kill this, Evan.
Coming. I'm with you. I'm gonna look over height.
Ulting this.
Walking
Bowling
up.
it, bowling it, bowling it.
Yeah, yeah.
Look.
Drone.
Knock.
Good ball.
Walking far right.
Ulting this
Front of me,
again.
front of me.
Swinging up.
Come on. Come
Oh, dead. Get back up, get back up. They have white armor in there. They have white armor in there.
71.
Back on.
I knocked the crypto. I
Yeah,
knocked the
Jen,
crypto
Jen,
somehow.
Jen.
Okay, so we clear this side, but then we know that we need to go back, right? So we've talked a lot. Maybe we'll talk about it in the future, but any of the fights that we have, our default is to not commit. It's actually every single fight that we have is with the intent to disengage, right? So we could just stay here. Like a lot of teams would try to clear these guys and then move their way in, but the way that we like to play, at least at that time, was to play for the disengage, right, and allow us to play our lives.
Wait,
Okay.
what? No,
Grab him.
So here,
Yep.
Evan loots.
Keep portaling to a spot. Can we start pushing him now?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not.
So Phony's already thinking ahead, which is great. So he's like, okay, we cleared that side. We need to clear the other side.
Keep behind us as white armor. We need to kill them.
So this is a really good comm that I wish more IGL said is we need to, right? We need to kill them. We need to do this. We need to do that. Because what it does is it refocuses, let's say we have plan A, it gets everybody on the same track, right? It gets everybody on the same page. This is what we need to do, right? So it's not really a command. It is a form of information, but it just gets everybody on the same page. And if you'll hear Phony, like if you go back to any of our regional games, you'll hear him spam the shit out of that comm. And also just like reset, like there's some comms that we worked on. One of them was just, we need to do this, we need to do that.
We got baggy ball, fucking.
I have ball.
Yeah, I have catwall.
Julian.
So I have Catwall, I don't have Maggie Ball. Obviously this is like pretty important to say what your utility is, so that way other people can ask for your utility. That's a common mistake I see even in pro play, is that players will think that they only have access to their own character's abilities, but you have access to everybody else's abilities. Phony has access to Evan's, Jen has access to Evan's wall as well, right? But you just have to call for it.
The CC got me.
Yeah, don't watch the birds.
Hard. You're good.
Double 30.
Okay, so we don't rush this. This is something that we had gone over quite a lot, is that with CRT, our goal was just to be the most patient team in the lobby, right? We play our lives like a motherfucker, and we are the most patient team ever, right? Because if we overcommit even once, like these are world-class aimers, that we're fighting against, you can get one clipped instantly, right? So so I guess our first point when it comes to fighting is we always fight for the disengage as our default, right? As a default, like not overcommitting. And if you are, as a side note, if you are going to full engage or full commit to something, you calm that, right? And usually those situations are like pretty apparent, but 80-90% of the time, as your default, it's going to be with a disengage. And then second, as your default, is just to play slow, right? Now, I've talked about this a little bit before, but when it comes to comms, there are two ways that you can get everybody on the same page. One is in game through comms by telling people to play slow. Another, which you don't see on stream, is conversations outside of the game. I'm not talking like post-death conversations. I'm literally talking like an hour or two before games even start, is saying, hey, when we fight, our default is to play slow, right? And you need to reinforce that behavior as a team and to make sure everybody's on the same page. So we all know to play slow here. We don't need to comment, we just do it naturally.
Okay.
Walk up. It's a command.
Crypto turn above.
You in the portal.
Beat the portal. Nice.
I don't know.
Evan immediately gets damaged.
Yeah.
So it goes back.
Yep. Playing back a bit.
Take it back. So we have all this space.
So most people think like fights are a single engagement. Let's say this is the enemy, right? And this is us. A lot of people think that fights are a single push, right? That's one way to do it. Another way, like a little bit more advanced, is people think, oh, you push and you chill, and then you push again, and then you chill again, and you push again. This is actually pretty amateur. Like at the highest level, a fight is actually multiple engagements where you are pushing, you are falling back, you're resetting, you're pushing, you're falling back, you're resetting, and you're pushing. Sometimes you reset in the front wall, like to maintain that space, you know? Like most of the time it's going to look like this. So if you notice that, you'll see, we'll go back a little bit. You'll see that we're just going forward and back, again, with the intent to disengage.
Yep. Playing back a bit.
Get
Get it back. Yep. Playing back a bit.
it back. So we have all this space. We are hard chilling. We do not have to do anything. We need to watch our back a little bit more. I'm gonna go watch.
Everyone hold the back.
That's a really reassuring comm from Phony. Like, okay, we don't have to do much. This is what we have to do. We don't have to do this, right? Those kinds of canned phrases are so important because it reassures everybody. It gets everybody on the same page.
I got it. Dennis.
So, like, if you, again, this is Evan, just like, so he saw that there was threats over here at A, and immediately Evan's like, fuck that, I'm holding B, right? That's our default. Like, Evan's default is like, fuck that, I'm going to hold this, right? At least currently in this meta at that time.
Call me over.
Hey.
And he says, call me over, like when you want, right?
Yeah, white armor, bro.
Yeah, we can kill this. I hear you.
Have bull in 20%.
You ready to catwall or back off, Evan? Because we need to kill this side first.
So Phony's like prepping the catwall, right?
They might just try to Valko first.
Filling up.
Hurry, get there.
40 on 1. In this infinite ammo.
Really, really good. Look how much space we're holding, right? Just because we have Evan holding off this entire side by himself. Like, we just get to control so much fucking space because of this.
What are they doing?
Focusing
They might
south.
just try to Valko.
Rainbow team with blue armor behind us.
Right? The team looks like they're trying to Valko.
Valko east, far east.
That's not them. That's not them.
We calm the Valkyrie because
That's
it's
someone else.
always going to be a
Rainbow
threat.
team is safe here. They're not going to hate.
Just play aggressive on my space.
Clean up.
That's a really good read by Evan again. Like, Rampart teams usually don't ape people because it's a very, very slow push.
Yeah, in the open. Left side.
Enemy.
Hey,
Picking.
doing.
Hey, baby.
He's one.
You guys do that. I'm angry. Just go kill them. Go kill them.
You hear that from Evan? He says, go kill that. That's normally a comm that you would hear from your IGLs, but Evan telling them to kill that, that's like a very unusual thing. Again, that's something that we had worked on, is basically him telling them what to do, right? Because he has information at A that they don't have, right? He basically knows that A is not going to push them. So he's like, fuck it, go kill B.
Okay. Mirror. Just kill them.
Okay.
Just
Front
kill
of me,
them.
Kill that. I got her back.
Two dead.
Chilling.
One lane.
Keep doing that. You guys are free range.
You hear how like reassuring that is? Just keep doing what you're doing, right?
Back up, Evan. Alright, Jen.
I'm safe.
Shoot the monster, Jen. Free kill.
Batting, good.
Look,
Watch
look,
for me,
look.
baby.
Look at
Watch
what's
over
Walk
me.
up,
Look,
walk
look,
up, walk up.
Yeah, they're walking up on us. Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Again, we're just playing super slow here. Super
I'm
slow.
on right side here.
See, walls because of the drone as a threat, like the speed of this decision making is like almost instant, right? Because again, our default is to play our life. If we need to like burn our abilities just to like live a little bit longer, that's like a good default.
Hold the right side of the wall.
Bro, you're good. Hold it. Batting.
On the bat.
One died. You want about
You
it?
ate the right side?
Yes.
Okay, so phony's like one died. I see a lot of tier 2 teams, like when somebody makes a call like that, they immediately ape. But again, our default is to play slow and do things together as a team, right? So like Verhulst is like waiting for everybody to do this as a team.
Ball. Swing it up further.
They're gonna have rampart walls, Phony.
They're far. One side to corner.
Yeah, walk up right, take right space.
They're walking up on us. Come on me. I need help.
Yeah, look at
Immediately, Phony says, I need help. So this is a really interesting situation where Phony has like 2 lines of dialogue. They're walking up on us. Let's say A over here is saying they're walking up on us, right? Either A over here or B over here, one of these guys. It doesn't matter, but this side on the mini map is pushing Phony. He says 2 things. 1, they're walking up on us, and then 2, they're pushing. If you notice, on either one of these points of dialogue, neither Jen or Evan turned around until Phony said, I need help, right? So Phony had to try twice. None of these, again, both of these were information, right? But there's no urgency. Both of these were information. And then this is also information, but there's a strange amount, not strange, but there's like a necessary amount of urgency, a minimal amount of urgency that pushes Evan and Jen. It changes the behavior. That's the whole point of comms. It is to change behavior. It isn't just to give information. It's in stressful situations like this is to change your teammates' behavior.
Come back to you.
One on me.
You're alone for a second. Nice.
Yeah, you're alone.
Top three.
Get the kills.
I'm looking right, holding right.
Alright.
Jen.
Again, Evan's just like, fuck you guys, I'm going to take this space.
I can drill them.
Yeah.
So
Keep looking.
excited.
It's not hitting.
They're just jumping on the corner.
I'd be a solo.
Ulti this.
On the right side.
Don't overextend.
Okay, we don't
Need bad.
overextend here.
Yep, you're good.
Right.
You're good.
That's all good.
We need to win this game.
Player heady.
Batting.
So again, we're pushing and going back, pushing back and forth.
Back up.
Yeah,
Play slow. Player heady.
Batting.
Play slow, play the heady, right?
Batting.
Phony just telling his teammates
Yeah,
what to do.
Batting.
You're good.
Wait, right side.
Get the kills underneath. Get the kills underneath.
I'm trying.
Knock far right.
They're in knocks, bro. They're in knocks.
Got crack, batting.
I need shooters.
Okay. You're good.
Okay, we're a little scattered here. So what I'd like to hear from Phony is like, we just need to hold the space, don't over commit, right? And then we call for a swing if we need to. Again, like this is really, really high level. There's a lot on the line, like most of our behavior up until this point was like nearly perfect. And then here it kind of gets a little frazzled, but that's okay. Like we still win, but getting us up to this point was like the real trick.
Good. Play slow. We have all the space.
Play slow.
The right team gotta cover soon.
Alright.
I got a hill again. I'm trying to get
about
kills.
to
I
run
can't.
out of ammo. That's
Kills.
relevant.
I'm out of res.
Good.
I'm not sure.
You're good. They did it. So what?
Okay, so we push up.
I heard.
Right team's aping
They're gonna
us.
swing right.
Batting.
They're gonna swing right.
I'm batting.
We need to kill us.
Got one.
Come on.
We need to kill this.
Come here.
Nate that
I don't
again.
have any nades.
Wait a second. Abdul, wait.
You're
Hold
good.
that by Jen. Wait, he's controlling the
This
timing.
guy
Throw
Nate.
birds. Yeah.
Bowling.
Swing. Swing it. Just swing it.
Walk on one.
Swing. We do it as a team.
Back up.
So even though we did a full commit swing, we immediately backed up. We had the discipline
Yeah,
to back up.
Get last face.
Yep.
One thing.
Bat in here.
This one. Let's get the kills.
Again, this was a little sloppy.
Get these kills. Start. Play slow.
Yep, I'm gonna make that.
There's one shot, one. Evan, he's one.
You're good, Evan.
Okay.
Stand my corner. Climb up lane. Get the kills, Evan.
See with that.
Evan could have res.
Slide me.
You slide down. Play enough. You win this. Yeah, I'm going next.
That's okay.
Give me luck. You good. Just play alive.
Your Jen is so nervous.
Play alive. No.
I'm up. Knock.
He's gonna try to armor stop.
Good, Evan.
That's me jumping in the background. Monsoon alt tabbed here, which kind of sucks. But you know, I'll take the win.
Let's go, baby!
Jen ends up picking up Phony like he's a baby. Okay. So the key takeaways from that, at least for game 5 takeaways, we'll pull up paint. Paint. Okay, so game 5 takeaways. Where's paint? Okay. Game 5 takeaways. One is anchors should be vocal and not passive. They should command. They should assign themselves to hold space and communicate it. Again, there are phrases like, go kill that. Kill that. I'm holding this direction. Right? West, south, east. Right? Yeah. Next. What else? For when it comes to fighting, our default is to disengage in every fight. Any exception is communicated as a team. So again, when it comes to comms, like when it comes to being on the same page, there are 2 ways to do it. There's one, which is comms in game. And then 2, you can do it by discussing your defaults before the games even start. You know, and then you try to reinforce those behaviors and you try to build those habits over a period of time. The also when it comes to fighting is to be patient as a default. Any exception is communicated as a team, and most fights are multiple engagements. So it isn't just like push and stay and heal. It's constant disengages. Again, these are heuristics. They're not hard rules. So those are the kind of main takeaways for game 5. Now, we're going to go over game 6. This is really important for a lot of competitive players, is because we were kind of down and out. Again, I would say Evan was kind of the star in this game as well. Phony and Evan and Jen were kind of equal stars in this, but Evan, this is really interesting because Evan dies like twice, I think, and in this game. But this last one, you're going to hear a really interesting comm. When Evan is about to drop in, he says, I'm going to tell you guys what to do from the info, because he's going to have information from flying in that Jen and Phony can't have because it's too punishing to peek, right? So, hold on. God damn it. I had to... Big pen. Yeah. So again, it's not just the IGL who micros everything. It's other people telling each other what to do. Now, if you are concerned as an IGL about your players counter-calling you, it's a really, really simple heuristic. The IGL makes the final decision. That's it. It is physically impossible to counter-call the IGL if the IGL makes the final decision, right? Now, there are exceptions if the IGL is not confident in themselves and then one of their players says, oh, no, I don't think we can do that, and creates a little bit of doubt. That is on the secondary player to keep the confidence of the IGL. But again, those are a little bit more nuanced and kind of beyond the basics. So let's watch this.
They're peeking a little bit. Careful.
Yeah, I have thumbs up.
Hey, hide side's not peeking, you're good. I'm gonna try to tell you guys what to do here with the info.
So yeah, I'm going to tell you guys what to do here off the info.
They're trying to fight, Evan.
Tunji, what are they doing to Evan? Tell us.
Evan.
We can maybe play.
Even Jen's like, tell us what to do. Yeah, like what are they doing?
There's nobody into you right now. You're good. They're just playing the backside.
Okay.
We're gonna look for our next play.
We have to win this game.
We can play against this wall here, but we're gonna get pinched. We can play against this wall and stall against that wall. It's an option. Or we can try to find inside.
Come peek with me.
Hey,
Fanny, come peek with me, man.
Coming.
Look, just
Yeah,
look.
see if we can create an opportunity or something.
I think this wall's actually not bad. Okay, maybe.
We can stall there, but like
The wall's decent, but with our comp, it's pretty
there.
shit.
Okay, so again, even when we're trying to choose our next location, we're not rushing it, right? We're playing really small here. We'll talk about playing small in a future video. As your default, if you don't have a power position, you should always try to play small, right? Like let's say a guy is peeking here for some reason, Jen's not going to shoot that guy, right? He did originally, but it was a habit we killed like very, very quickly, thank God. But if we shoot this guy here, it's going to attract any attention from possibly A, B, C, D, right? And they know that we're not in a power position because they have good map knowledge, and then they might just like shoot us on the cross, then we die, et cetera, right? So we know that it's to our advantage to not show any kind of presence when we don't have a power position. But up until that point, we are looking for a power position or a place that we can fuck with people, basically, and control what's happening around us actively.
This staircase is really good. Left side, bro.
Staircase.
Okay, I'm looting. Give me a sec.
We just have to shoot right. I have ball soon. I have ult excel. I'm jumping. Yeah, I jumped ult excel. Grab
Listen, Evan, we need your cat wall. We need cat wall this left side.
I gave you the ult excel.
We don't need two.
Look at him. Look at him.
I need two ult cells. One's not gonna do it.
Fine. Just grab it. Shoot it. I don't have no one.
We can play this right side, bro. I can walk up now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be late. Popping no cell.
Really good comm by Evan. I've talked about this before, but whoever's in the back needs to inform the people in the front that they are alone or that they're going to be late.
Okay, just carry this back.
I'm gonna super glide to you.
There's a team underneath.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're super safe though.
Okay, so we're giving out info.
We're
We're taking our time. We haven't made a decision yet.
Yep. Listen, we're gonna have to kill this team east, okay?
Again, we need to from Phony. We're going to have to do this. We have to do this. We need to do this. Right?
Main prio. We kill this team, we win.
If we kill this team, we win. Great call. Like that kind of foresight is so high level. It's unreal.
Yeah, how do we kill them?
Nice.
Okay, this is an underrated comm by Evan. He says, "How do we kill them?" Seems stupidly simple, right? But we try to figure it out because sometimes we don't know, right?
Maggie bomb, catwall, sparrow.
Are they coming?
Yeah, for Phony's tone is basically it's obvious, but them having this conversation is really important though.
Yep.
They haven't climbed up yet.
They're just scan off.
Yeah, they're
playing us low.
that probably. They're under, I think.
Barrelting.
Okay, we're good.
Let us stall.
Let it solve. Good command.
Can we pick up now? No one's peeking height.
I can look high. Both these peaks.
Again, this is Evan basically allowing Jen and Phony to do what they want to do, while Evan is like, "Fuck you guys! I'm gonna hold A while you push B." It's the same formula almost every time.
Both of you look up. I'm peeking height.
Big.
Peek now.
I'm doing it. I have to shoot batting.
Playing slow.
Play slow. Play
Evan,
slow.
we need to swap. We need you peek now.
I'm cracked.
See, look, we're trading out, but Evan can't do
I'm
that.
cracked. I can.
I can't see those.
Different team.
I can
Pick again. There is, Back three.
Like a scan.
We need to kill that. We just need to kill.
Yeah.
Yep, really good call by Phony.
I'm peeking over with my angle.
We need to do this.
Angle. Look at my
Really
angle.
good. Really good. We need to kill this.
C1.
One thing.
Kill the back.
Yeah, kill it.
Watch on me.
Kill another. One kill one.
Watch him dead.
What's on the corner?
Fighting height. Kill them. We
Kill this guy. Done.
Really straightforward.
Fighting height.
Okay, so we know that we can push this because the height hasn't given us up until this point. If you notice, we haven't gotten any kind of pressure from the team on height on the left.
I can look height.
Right, so Evan has been looking at these guys the whole time, and the fact that Evan gave up that space signals to Phony and Jen that these guys aren't going to do shit, right? And they're unable to do shit. It's too punishing for them to look at us.
Both these peaks. Look up.
Which allows us to push these guys.
See those.
I'm
Done.
They're fighting height. Fighting height.
Hurt.
I'm not kidding. I'm making two. I'm making two.
Hurt. Yeah, I hear you.
We can't chill. We just
Back in. We need to go high.
So like chill, but then Evan's like, no, we can't chill. It's a really good combo.
Go high.
Yeah.
Watch it over.
Right. 195 to the right. 195. Push it up.
Bowling it.
Out. Take.
What's that?
Can we take it? Never mind.
No.
We can pull right.
I need bats.
Play.
So it's again this information versus command. I need bats, and then you'll hear Phony say, "Give him bats." You know, again, the command is the thing that changes the behavior or urgency.
Give him bats. Give him bats.
Give him bats.
That one.
Changes
Take
behavior.
it back.
Stop play with him, Jen. Don't play with him.
Go play height with him. So Evan is telling him where to be, and we'll go over like location commands in the future. In fact, I think those are probably the most important kind of commands that you can give in a BR.
We're good.
Nice low. Listen, I need to go loot.
Yep.
You need to watch over me. You need a hard watch over me.
I'm holding night.
I need. Yeah, look.
What do you need? Jen.
I'm good.
I need bats. I have no bats.
Okay,
Jen has his job now. He knows, like, Jen's insane. He's constantly like switching between roles of like anchoring and fighting and scouting, you know, and then playing up with Phony as a refrag. He's like, he can do everything. He's a freak.
bats. I got you bats.
Here, just hit me out. Do it.
Yeah.
Killing him.
Nice.
And the crazy thing is, like, he doesn't even realize it. He's just like all
Kill
instinct.
number 3.
Yes. Hurt.
Like, you have to, like, the funny thing about Jen is you have to remind him how good he is. Like, he forgets how good he is. I remember, like, this is a fun little story. Like, me and Dan, like me and Nihil, during what's it called, boot camp, we had to fucking 2v1 him for like 15-20 minutes straight, trying to convince him to frag, right? That he was like one of the best fraggers in the world, because he just, like, it's not that he doesn't believe it, it's just like he just needs that little bit of reminder that he's arguably like one of the best players to ever touch the game, like ever.
No, I do not bowl.
Here. Drop me bats, Evan.
Good.
I'm killing him.
We need to get those killed.
Did
I'm
we
killing
get
him.
those kills?
Maybe-
Again, Phony just prioritizing and redirecting everybody's
I'm
You
focus.
go up there and peek it by yourself. I'll hold the right
Yes.
side.
Again, Evan's like, you go do this, you go do A, I hold B. Same thing. But this is like B, Evan holding B, telling them to go to A, allows them to go to A. This is like insanely invaluable.
Can we drill him and find him? We
Yeah,
have to
it's
look at
one.
right side.
Wait, I can climb up and do
Nice
it.
out. Hurt.
Good job.
So Jan's default is to back up, even like on the first usage of his utility and on his first shot. We'll go over that some other time, maybe.
Really good. Good job.
So immediately back
Don't
up.
leave that. Not good.
Nice.
All right.
Let's get him. Kill us, please.
I wish I had Phony's POV, like, to show you guys. I was watching because I was right behind them. Dude, Phony's a freak. I wish more people understood like how much Phony can frag, because his IGLing, you know, and his IGLing is like the thing that kind of gets highlighted the most, but his fragging is just
Hold it
insane.
backside.
I'm topic. Chill.
Yeah, good.
Chill.
I died. You need rest.
I'm on.
Right? So again, we're just repeating comms, telling each other to res over and over and over.
Res.
But Evan has a priority, which is to keep the team alive. You know.
My wall.
They're gonna fight each other. Listen,
One
they're
team
gonna
height,
fight
one
each
team
other.
under. One team height, one team under.
Yeah,
Evac.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Evac.
I'm doing it. You good?
Yep.
Padding.
I'm walking to your right.
Hurt.
You're good,
I
boys.
see
You're
my
good.
west on us. Like, we need to cross the wall behind the catwalk.
Yeah, I hear you.
Really good concept. We need to do this. So he notices that like Phony isn't really saying anything because he has to reset. So again, it's really nice. Once you get to a certain level of trust, it's really, really nice to have everybody pick up slack whenever you can. It's not that Phony was slacking. It's just that Phony was like focused on other things, healing, you know, resetting, and Evan and Jen like picking up where Phony, you know, so Phony could focus on resetting and healing. Jen and Evan take over a little bit. So having that like kind of triple dynamic is really invaluable.
Now.
Yeah, I'm crossing now.
At least for the dynamics of this team. It doesn't really work for every single team dynamic.
We're gonna get pinned on the right
I'm
side though.
drill for them. I'm bull.
Hurt.
I'm gonna drill them. Get ready.
I can burn it high. Burn it in height.
Hurt.
Burn it high with grenades.
Hurt. Padding.
Hit that wall down.
Awesome, awesome.
A little bit.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm gonna drill them.
Playing
I
right
hear
space.
you. Phony is so good. But
Right space.
Drilling.
Hit
Damage Jen.
Grabbing nades.
Play right side. The second.
Hey.
Look at the side.
Yeah. Lady man.
okay, so despite all this chaos, as long as we're together and we know what we're trying to do, we can kind of go through anything.
How about that?
Push. Play right side, Jen.
Okay, buddy.
Just creating pressure here, like it would be tempting to look for Jen. This is pretty like high level judgment here because you're assuming that A could swing on Jen based off of that damage, but Evan, like his instincts are telling him, I need to create pressure because if these guys like push here, then Team B is just going to fry them, right? So Team A could swing off of Jen, but then A is basically playing for second at that point, right? So Evan is kind of like making a gamble to not look for Jen and like create pressure on the right side. And sorry, create pressure on the right side.
Yep.
I got something behind us.
Yep. Peek with me, Phony.
They're gonna fight.
Speak with me, Phony. Great comp.
Right one. Need my phone. Need my phone.
You're dead.
Medic, chill, Jen.
Chill,
Don't
chill,
overheat,
chill.
don't overheat, Jen.
Don't overheat. Don't overheat. There's a real. That's a comp we've had to kind of. Evan and Phony have kind of had to learn for Jen because he can overheat sometimes. It's not that Jen is a serial enter. In fact, he has like insane discipline that like 99% of pros don't have. But just having that like extra little bit of self-control as a team is invaluable.
No. Come here.
Back up.
Zero crack.
Good Joe. You win that, boys. You win that. Let's go.
Crack.
Hold on.
You could hear like the worry in Jen's voice.
Come here. Come on.
That's me jumping up again in the background. That was 2 wins in a row. But yeah. That's pretty much what I wanted to go over. I guess game 6 is pretty much the same extension of everything that we had discussed in game 5. But if you notice, it's just the same concepts over and over and over again on repeat. There's other things that's going on, like that's a little bit more nuanced, but in terms of fundamentals, those are kind of like the key takeaways, right? So again, the main takeaways, I guess, for both game 5 and game 6 is that not just anchors, but everybody on the team should be vocal and not passive. They should tell each other what to do, where to be. You should assign yourself basically a direction to hold that space, and then just telling each other what to do. Like again, go kill that. I'm gonna hold this, right? I'm hold. Sorry, I'm holding. Sorry, I'm going to hold. Bad English. Fighting, our default is to disengage with a purpose to play our life, right? Because there's rarely ever an actual 3v3. If you notice in all those games, like let's say we're team B, we're fighting team A, right? It might seem like this is a 3v3, but what's actually happening is there's a team in fucking Narnia over here that is just like shooting Kraber shots. And then when one of our team members dies because of that Kraber shot or 30-30 or whatever, and then we lose this 3v3, right? So it seems like a 3v3, rarely is it ever a 3v3. That's one of the reasons why you always want to disengage. There's a couple of the reasons. Any exception is communicated as a team. So when it comes to being on the same page, the most obvious one that people see are the comms in the games. But those are kind of a consequence of people not having defaults outside of the game, right? So the more you have defaults that you agree on as a team outside of the game, the less you kind of have to rely on comms inside of the game, right? Obviously, you should do both at all times. Just a little quick caveat when it comes to discussing defaults. I would highly recommend that teams discuss defaults, hours, days, even weeks before games even start. And you try to do it every single day. You try to work on like 1 or 2 defaults at a time, every 3 days, every week, whatever. Because if you try to discuss your defaults post game after you die, when tensions are high, when everyone is in that competitive mindset, when everyone is just like super, super tense, right? It's really difficult to discuss things logically as a team. Next, when it comes to fighting, just be patient as your default. Most fights are multiple engagements. They aren't a single push. And we're just constantly disengaging. We're just constantly keeping each other in check. We're always in control of each other. So, that's pretty much it. We tell each other what to do, and we tell each other where to be. That's pretty much it. Let me see if there are any questions in chat. Oh, shit. There's some questions. My bad. A Valve stream. What? Yeah, rare Valve stream. Kate! Hey, my friend. Nice to see you, Kate. Holy shit, real Valve live. If only CRT were just playing a little bit slower, like you told them before, they aren't doing too bad now that all 3 are back. Kate, I am not worried about them. They're still doing all the stuff that we had worked on, and they have the opportunity now to actually work on the stuff that I really wanted them to work on. And Nihil's a great coach, and he's the one who I had take over for me, which is really nice. And Nihil's great, Dan is great, and he and I discussed like the team. I still help the team here and there, like indirectly through Dan, and yeah, they have Dan has a really good plan about where he's leading the team. And yeah, I think the team has a really good shot at winning LAN. I appreciate your free informational content. I'm going to lurk and rewatch the rest of the stream later. Apologies, but any way you can turn up the microphone. Sorry, dude. That's, I can't. Okay, I'm going to end the stream. Bye bye.